Is there a cure for Lyme disease? My name is Lativa, and this is Beating Lyme with Lativa. Please make sure to subscribe, like, comment, share. I had a 5-year battle with not only Lyme disease, co-infections, massive mold exposure, long COVID, and like 18 running medical conditions. And it probably is hard to tell or understand that statement because I look fine. And that was the memo I got from all the doctors and specialists along my whole journey. And but this video is not about that. This video is that through my suffering, something arose inside of me because it became a very apparent that through years of being passed around like a freaking lab rat through conventional medicine, even integrative and functional medicine, everyone was making me worse. I thought I had some rare, I thought it was some rare case because when I tell you I had full body systemic collapse and breakdown, my body was my heart was affected, my liver, my kidneys, my brain, my nervous system, and this isn't some nervous system type of hype trending video. I do think it's being overused, just like narcissism and healing and all this other stuff. Anyways, it's for topic for another time. Most importantly, the reason I'm making this video is to prove to the Lyme disease community, and especially the Lyme disease community, even the mold illness communities and the chronic illness communities, to the a lot of the medical literature out there about Lyme disease is so wrong and outdated. The approach is wrong, the testing's wrong, the treatments are wrong. The approach, like everything about what we know about Lyme disease, and everyone has completely overcomplicated it. As someone who personally was on this journey, I am now on the other side of it, and I set out to prove that there was a cure for Lyme disease, and I found it. It was through dry fasting. And I'm going to explain a little bit about dry fasting, but that is not what this video is about. I obsessed for years. I said, someone out here has got to have another way, because doctors were trying to tell me that I was going to be living a less than quality life for the rest of my life, that I was going to be stuck just managing really devastating symptoms that, I couldn't even function like a normal human being. And I'm like, if that's how I'm going to have to live the rest of my life, I was looking into end stage life. You might hear me talk about this if you guys have watched many of my other videos, because there are some states where that is super legal, and for reasons such as serious medical conditions when someone is suffering, like I was. And no one believed me. That made it worse. Not doctors, not loved ones. I was pretty much alone in this journey by myself for a lot of it. And the point of this video is that I was bedridden for months at a time. Other times I had to pick myself up and do what I had to do. And while I was suffering silently, and just had to accept that as my norm. And I just couldn't anymore. And I said, fuck that. There has to be another way. And I just, I spent hours and hundreds and thousands of hours, in total over the years. I was forced to become my own doctor. I went down so many never ending, anxiety ridden, fear mongering rabbit holes that just led me to dead ends. And something kept rising up inside of me. Like, it was almost like an intuitive hit. Like, what about fasting? What about fasting for Lyme? And every time I'd look it up, I would find experts saying, oh, no, that's dangerous. Don't do that. That's super dangerous. But I'm like, but why? I want to share that to say that that has now also led me to a place in my life that when someone says something can't or isn't, or it's dangerous, I'm fact checking it. But why? Because who is really diving deeper? I'm just not taking things at face value anymore. Because this person said, that doctor said, that expert said, I'm listening to my intuition where God is leading me. And God has led me on this journey to be a blessing, to bless others, to be an answer to their prayers. And sure, I don't have the shiny certification and badges that doctors do, But the thing is, no disrespect to a lot of doctors and experts with their certifications and licenses. How many people have you cured? I already know the answer to that. It's not a trick question. 0. And I, as this underestimated young pretty girl who was told that I was doing it for attention, I was making it up, that I was just fine because I looked okay, but my organs were shutting down, my heart was affected, every organ in my body. I mean, I went through a suffering that I'm going to have to make an entirely individual separate video to just even describe the laundry list and pages, like pages front and back. I need a effing book of how many symptoms I had. Bizarre, life threatening symptoms, but I looked fine. And how many times I was dismissed and gaslit by everyone around me. But the point of this video, what I'm getting at, was that I set out and said there has to be another way. I refuse to just manage symptoms for the rest of my life. That will not be me. I could not see a life where I would have a future living a less than quality life, suffering the rest of my life, just managing symptoms. And I said, fuck that. Fuck that. No, that can't be me. I hear that song by Russ. That can't be me. So I prayed and prayed and prayed and begged God and researched. And I have like an obsession now with information, research, education, and just doing really deep dives. And I know that I'm overqualified to be in this space. And ultimately, what my research led me to was finding a Russian dry fast doctor by the name of Dr. Filanov. And out of impossible circumstances, I have videos about my testimony about this. If you'd like to hear more, please go to my YouTube channel, look through my playlist. It's literally, there's 3 parts, and the testimony is still in process. Um, and the video is titled How God Healed and Cured Me of Lyme Disease. So, excuse me, I go a little more in depth on those videos. I have something in my face. Nope, that's just, oh, damn girl, that's just me looking good, baby. You crazy. Okay, so back on track. Where were we? I set out on a quest to prove that there was a cure for Lyme disease, and I found it. It was through dry fasting. It's literally getting back to roots of how God designed the body to heal. But mainstream has made fasting or dry fasting like it's some woo-woo thing, like it's, like intermittent fasting is a fad, and that's not the type of fasting I'm talking about. This is literally how God designed the body to heal its own disease from. No one should ever be sick. I'm just going to say that. And like I said, through my obsession for research, information, education, I found a doctor, a Russian doctor by the name of Dr. Filanov, who does these serious medical dry fasts, which means these are like 7, 9, 11-day dry fast. No food, no water. You're not allowed to brush your teeth. You're not allowed to come in contact with water. You're not allowed to shower. Your whole body, your skin is your largest organ. The whole point of dry fasting this way is that you're starving microbes, pathogens, viruses, bacterias. You're literally starving the disease so your body can heal and disintegrate its own disease. You don't believe me? Go look up autophagy. And 1 day of dry fasting is equivalent to 3 days of water fasting. It is a very powerful form of fasting. However, anyone watching this in desperation or curiosity, please do not just go throw yourself into a 7, 9, or 11-day dry fast. Um, Now, dry fasting itself, fasting in general, is not dangerous, but not knowing how to do it properly is and can be. That is why I have my books open. You can click the link below in the description. I am offering consultations. I work with people all over the world. However, first and foremost, I am not the expert, and I'm not taking credit for this. I didn't invent it. Dr. Filanov has been successfully doing this for over 30 or 40 years. However, he is all the way in Europe. And I am basically going to be working with him to see if he will let me shadow him, internship him, so that I can bring dry fasting retreats here to America, because it's so needed. And it's just weird timing that Lyme disease is now exploding. And many people are also who have Lyme disease being completely misdiagnosed. But basically, I set out on a quest to prove and find a cure for Lyme disease, and I found it. It was through dry fasting. And when you go look up autophagy, it literally means self-eating. The body eats its own disease the way God has designed it. You think I sound crazy? Then please go fact check me. Go look up autophagy. It's that simple. But the thing is about dry fasting, I had to prepare for months, and most people, especially first timers who've never done this type of fasting, with Dr. Filanov, have to prepare for months. Dr. Filanov is very active on YouTube, on Instagram, and I am going back out there again in October, November 2026 this year. It's what, June, it's like June 9th, 2026 in this video right now. I'll be going back out there again, and I am going to push as hard as I can to see if Dr. Filanov, almost ate my mic, if Dr. Filanov will let me shadow him, take me under his wing, and see if even him and his family would be willing to come travel back and forth to America. I will do all the groundwork, because basically I made a promise to God. When God answered my prayers, I cried and begged God for years to show me. I just knew I'd be cured. I knew there had to be another way. And the point of me sharing this is to help other people, because I know the suffering I had, and it was inhumane, so inhumane that I was looking to end it all. I just couldn't keep suffering with no help, no hope, no support. And I said, God, if you show me the doctor that can cure me, I will dedicate the rest I will dedicate the rest of my life to helping other people, because it's very clear that these doctors might mean well, they have no fucking idea what they're doing. And they were actually making me worse. And I'm talking not just conventional medicine, I mean straight up integrative, functional medicine doctors. I had to become my own doctor. And if little old me could get myself healthier than any doctor that I paid thousands and thousands and thousands, I was going broke trying to get myself better. And if I could forge a path better than any experienced doctor out there, you can't tell me I'm not overqualified to be in this space. And what I went through is preparation. Most of these doctors sit in schools or classrooms or books to learn from. I learned through personal experience. I had so many trials and errors and so much behind the scenes that I had to do to doctor myself before I found the dry fast. And I was doing a lot and making more progress treating myself than any doctor, functional, integrative, conventional medicine doctor that I spent thousands of dollars with. So point of this video is dry fasting. Sorry if it's loud in the background. There's a kids park. They all come out about this time to come play. But the point of this video is dry fasting the cure for Lyme disease. No, 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 don't you start. You you stop it. You stop it. Um, is dry fasting the cure for Lyme disease? Not just for me. And there's a lot of people in the Lyme disease communities. You're like, oh, that's great that you found that helped you. I said, no, this didn't help me. It cured me. Is no one listening? Is no one listening? Yeah, well, everyone has to, find what works for them. This wasn't just for me. That okay. I'll tell you, on my own journey, you know how many times I tried stuff that I thought helped? Because Lyme disease in particular, especially, is a vector-borne illness. So every time you think you did something that helped, you go right back into it. It's like a never-ending, exhausting roller coaster. I didn't want something to just help me temporarily. Because otherwise, if that's the mentality, you're going to be helping yourself for the rest of your life while backsliding and then feeling a little better and backsliding, feeling worse. Like I wanted off the roller coaster. I wasn't going to accept that. Since my last big dry fast, I've had virtually no symptoms. Completely symptom free. I'm not on any medications, I'm not on any supplements. I'm not trying to sell anyone anything. I'm trying to literally help people, show them that This didn't help me, this cured me. This can be the cure for everyone, especially in the Lyme disease community, from Lyme, mold, chronic illness, cancers. And we've gotten so far out of touch with our roots that there's going to be some people not going to be able to receive this message or upset by it. Or I'm just saying, this worked for me. I am sharing my own personal testimony. This didn't just help me. I tried many things that helped me just to end back up at square one. So if you want that for the rest of your life, then keep doing those things that help you, to the Lyme disease community, with love and respect. I didn't want that. I wanted to be completely free, disease free. I don't identify with disease. I'm not sick. I'm not chronically ill. I have been completely cured. And not just through my faith and mindset, but I'm now here to share those findings with the world. This is very powerful. This is groundbreaking. This is life changing for not me, every person that I'm out here advocating for now, to give them a voice. Because at one point, no one could hear me. No one was experiencing my suffering. They weren't living through what I was living. The doctors, none of them. So, I mean, I'm advocating in a big way for a lot of people. And the Lyme disease community hasn't been so accepting of me so far. Like, oh, it's great, be respectful. Everyone has to find what works for them. And I'm like, can no one hear me? Like, I found a cure. Do you guys want to keep helping yourself just end up at square one and back and forth, back like that exhausting, never ending roller coaster of never actually getting well, only finding things that help temporarily? I'm off of that ride, guys. Does anyone want to join me over here? This doesn't just help me. This cures. This is a cure. Let's talk about it. So I'm going to end this video. This is my daily update for my YouTube channel, Beating Lyme with Lativa. I'm also on all main social platforms: Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. TikTok does not really like my content, and I have actually been silenced, banned, blocked, had several different TikTok pages taken down just for sharing this. Should tell you something right there. So I haven't been going as hard, I'll say, on my TikTok. Instagram's been a little more lenient with me. YouTube. So this is definitely where I'm going to be spending a little more of my time. Um, but I lived through something and got on the other side of it. This didn't help me. It completely cured me. That was my intention. I obsessed to find a cure. Can anyone hear me? This wasn't just about me. It was about everyone it's supposed to help, so I can now come back. I'm living, breathing, walking proof. And I know so many people have been sick for so long, they lose hope and they're like, that's nice. Must be nice for her. No, baby, wake up, get your faith back. This is for you. I did this for you. God had me go through this for everyone connected to my mission, my purpose, my destiny. To wake people up, remind them, get back to our roots and the truth. That there's not just help, temporary help, but there's cure. It was through dry fasting. My faith, my mindset, I believed I'd be cured. And I was not wrong, and that was not a lie. You know what's a lie? The devil. You know being chronically ill the rest of your life and there's nothing you can do about it? You have no power and control. That's a fucking lie. It's a lie. So if you like this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe, especially if you know someone dealing with chronic illness, Lyme disease, massive mold exposure, whatever the case. So this video can help them. And we can really start getting people out here to get their life, their health, their hope, their healing back, and a bright future, because that is what God has in store for all of us. We got to receive it. And there's certain things we got to do to support the body, but we got to get back to our roots. This is how God designed the body to heal itself. And I just hope that God helps this type of content take off so it can help the right people who really, 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 really need this. There's people really suffering inhumanely, giving up hope. And I was there. I'm right with you, bro. I'm right with you, sis. I was right there. But that's why I'm here, to fill this space, to help bring actual healing to others who so desperately deserve and need it. When the medical field and system has failed us, doesn't have the right answers, and I'm here to challenge respectfully everything we think or thought we knew about Lyme disease. And it doesn't matter. We don't need to keep going down rabbit holes. I've got people asking me, did you have these symptoms? What do you think? I don't, respectfully, I'm not thinking about any of that, because I am here to simplify. I have simplified what everyone else has overcomplicated while they're taking you down never ending rabbit holes of fear mongering, anxiety ridden, never ending rabbit holes that lead you right back to square one and never actually cure and heal you. Respectfully, guys, I'm not letting anyone take me on my peace and power, my knowing, or the journey I've traveled to be here to simplify. I'm not letting you gonna take me down a rabbit hole. I've been down a million of them, and I found a cure for everyone. So let's focus on that. Don't focus on what symptoms I did and didn't have. I don't want to go down that. What do I think about this? What do you think about this, Lativa? What do you think? I'm no. What do you think about what I just said? Let's focus on that respectfully with love, guys. So it's Lativa with Beating Lyme with Lativa. Like, comment, share, subscribe. If I'm taking consultations and work with people all over the world, if you would like to book a consultation with me, please hit the link below in the description. It'll also be pinned, the first comment at the top of the comment section. So much love and light. And I am going to go get into some prayer this evening, because I feel like God is doing really big works on me and me and through me, and there's more kids getting at the park as the sun is going down, and I hope that this is not too loud in the background for you guys. So much love, peace, hope, and I am here to prove that there was another way, and it's not just for me. It is for any and everyone who finds us. Is this the cure for Lyme disease and many other diseases, but especially needed in the Lyme disease community? Because I was not going to sit back and be told that I would have to suffer the rest of my life inhumanely, managing devastating, life threatening symptoms the rest of my life. No thanks. So this didn't help. So I'm going to end it on that note. Peace out, guys.